Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I've got a water bladder here, which I'm just making up some extra stuff to hold it. Oh, it's up there actually, along there. But I'm going to be attaching it from underneath. There you can see where the bolts are hanging down. So I'm going to attach the bladder up there. Going to keep the batteries at the back. And then build a wall straight up in front of that. And then try and figure out, I'll probably build another wall straight up to the top here and do some sort of pantry thing. And this side I'd like to incorporate obviously the dunny, and so you can use it when the tent's down, because there'll be a gap there, and some type of seating. Alright, got the bladder up. You can see it's fixed up along there with I had a piece of, I think it's galvanized steel. It's an old door runner or something. Anyway, it's all fixed up. I've kept it over to the left, so that gives me room to do whatever I need to do there to incorporate the filler neck. Then that'll gravity feed from the bottom. There's another one up here, that's for letting the air in, so it'll gravity feed from there, and then I'll just have to run around the bottom of the tub, and then I'll end up putting a tap on the back of here somewhere. But what I'm going to have to do here is put a shelf. It needs something to sit on. I can't just rely on the supports at the top, so it's got to sit on something. So that'll be the next thing, try and sort that out. I just found one problem. The way I've mounted this up here, it's got the bag up against the back wall. Well, I just filled it with air just to have a little look, give me sort of a shape, and it's pushing it away. So I think I'm going to have to unbolt this again and have the bag actually hanging down. That's the way I wanted it originally, that's why I got this piece here, but yeah, so it's going to have to hang around here, so that hopefully will go back further against the wall. Alright, I changed it now, it looks a little bit neater as well at the top actually, so we'll give that a go. So I'll need to put a piece of wood in here, need to come out about 200mm. I'm still not sure about what I'd like to protect it, cover it something. I've got the old pockets up there, I might be able to put those in front of it to protect it. Yeah, just one thing, the reason I went for a bladder, this was like 300 bucks. The Alu-cab one, which would have fitted nice and yeah, ticked all the boxes, but it's $1,500, so you got to save some pennies where you can, especially on builds like this. Well, here we are again, and everything is just about to change again. One thing is not changing, we've got the ARB compressor in there. I'm going to put the 2 batteries in there like that, and there'll be other storage in there. Don't take notice that not being level, that'll be sorted out. But what I am changing, this water bladder that I've put in there, I'm going to take it away. It's just too valuable of real estate to just contain water, so I'm gonna do away with this bag. And because I've now put the spare wheel on the back of the door, we've got a big hole underneath the car, so I think I'm going to put a water tank or something down underneath there, and I'll also keep the water. That's water is roughly 1 kilo per litre, so if I had 50-60 litres, I think this one's capable of holding 85. I don't know whether you get that much in it, but anyway, 60-70 kilos of water. It's a lot of weight to have, you know, 6 foot off the ground. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Gonna get some tanks, put a tank underneath, keep the weight down low, and utilize that for something else. It's so hard trying to film when you're basically making things up as you go along, so yeah, apologies for that, but the batteries are still there. I've changed this piece of wood, I've took the water bag out, or a bladder. So this is what I've done on the inside so far. So it's going to be level with the inside of the door, basically straight across. This is going to be like probably some shelves or some pockets or some little tiny drawers or something like that. I've got the compressor in down the end there. I've got a little air tank as well, which I need to put in there. I'll figure this out again. I just needed to get the bulk of it done. So that's that. That's the fridge. I'll show you around this side. Okay, so this will be the same sort of thing. I'll do some shelves, get some Tupperware tubs that fit in there nice. And then this section here, I've separated it. I'm gonna have the coffee machine and a travel buddy, or travel oven I should say. I'll probably put a shelf, give this a bit of clearance, probably put a shelf in here to there and go straight up, and then maybe a couple of shelves to carry bowls, plates, something like that. So that's what's going to happen there. This will probably all get covered in a carpet or felt, something like that. So yeah, that's the progress so far.